Hey Cinnamon Buns, it's me, MissMonicaSilvia. It's been a little bit of forever, but I'm back, so never fear. Mama's here. Okay, so let's get on with the video. So a lot of things have been going on lately. A lot of things. And sorry, I have to get my mind like on track because I like never know what to say until I turn on the camera and then just start talking. Anyways, so I know I promise you guys videos every so often, and I was going to stick to that and go with that and give you guys videos every so often. But if I'm being honest, something happened that really not necessarily devastated me, but kind of ruined that for me. So a previous video before my last video that I uploaded, I think it was like 2 or 3 videos ago, I uploaded a video that's called My Future Surgeries, and that video has been getting a lot of love, and I love you guys so much for that. I will link that in the description box down below. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out and then come back to this video. So in that video, I promised you guys to basically document what I got done and the procedures that I got done and all of that kind of stuff. But what ended up happening was I ended up following through with the first part. So I told you guys that I was going to get my breast augmentation. That's one. And I was telling you guys I was going to get my hips and butt done. And little do you guys know, I actually already got my hips and butt done. Not previous to that video, but previous to this video. So the reason why you're not seeing the California vlog, because I went to California to get the work done, is because, well, that's what this video is about. So first off, when I left Washington for California, I had it in mind that I was going to film the entire process, everything from beginning to the end, and it was going to be an amazing video, and you guys were going to see everything, and it was going to be great, just like the Cali vlog, you know what I mean? And you guys were going to see before and afters and all of that. Like, I had everything planned out. And I started vlogging right before I even left. Like, hey guys, what's up? You know, this is the beginning, blah, 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 blah. It was late at night. I was about to catch my flight. I even had some footage on the plane. I had footage of everything. I had footage for days. And what ended up happening is, well, before I ended up getting to the core of the story, I got to California and I had a day before I went in for surgery. And I basically, it was like my trip started off really crazy. It was like, well, the bad part of it is when I first arrived to LA, I had like, I believe it was like 12 o'clock at night when I arrived in LA, and I couldn't check into my hotel till 3 p.m. So you do the math. That's a lot of time to kill. I mean, yeah, I'm in LA, so we figured it out, but it was midnight. You know what I mean? Like, thank God the weather was nice, so it wasn't like terrible. Like, I was there with somebody, and it was bad at the beginning because it was just like we had nowhere to go. We were just kind of wandering around. We just kind of did what we had to do in order to basically just kill time and, you know, get to the hotel. So after that, we checked into the hotel and, you know, we kind of situated everything. And then what happened was, I wasn't there with my husband. My husband, he's a trucker, and he was somewhere else, you know what I mean? So he paid for the entire trip, you know. So he ended up, well, not the entire trip, but he paid for the room. And what he didn't realize is that there's a $100 deposit when you get there. So when you get there, you have to pay the $100 deposit, and then you get the room, and then you get the $100 deposit back when you're done. I guess they didn't tell him that or something, but when we were there, I was just like stuck because I only brought a certain amount of money with me. And that certain amount of money was supposed to be for food, transportation, you know, like Uber rides and like, you know, all that kind of stuff. And for Serge, you know what I mean? So I ended up having to spend my own money. I mean, not to sound like bratty or anything, like, I had to spend my own money. No, it's like, things were planned out, you know what I mean? They were planned out. So it's like, if one of those things were to, like, I'm not well off, you know what I mean? So if one of those things were to unravel and one of the, like, if food was too much or something, then I wouldn't have enough to pay for surgery and I wouldn't be living, like, eating and stuff there, you know what I mean? So you have to be really careful. Luckily, I had people who were sending me money from Washington, so I was able to kind of get by over there, and it was a really great experience. It was really fun. But do you see how it was like, it was really bad at first, and then it started to look up and up and up and up, and it only went further from there. I got my work done, and then after that, you know, I spent a lot of time at the beach, Manhattan Beach. I just spent a lot of time. I visited a friend there, Janessa. I can't remember her last name. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she has a Facebook. You guys probably don't even know her. I should probably ask her if it's okay if I shout you out. Anyways, hey Janessa, thank you for, you know, taking care of me down there and being a good friend. It was really good seeing you, and I look forward to seeing you again. So, anyways, that aside, things kept looking up and up and up and up. And I had before and after pictures. I had such amazing footage of everything, of every experience, of every freaking scenery, of everything. And it was going to be a great vlog. But this is where things get kind of messy. So I filmed everything on my phone because I wasn't about to bring I just didn't have a good enough camera to bring with me, and you know, I just kind of wanted it to be raw and real and just like, you know, pull out the phone and start recording, which, you know, for me it was just better. So like I said, I recorded everything, and I'm not sure what happened, but for some reason, like, this is what happened. So I think personally, when I was at the beach, and I was swinging on a swing, and my phone was on a chirp on the sand, and I was swinging back and forth, back and forth, and as I was swinging forward, I heard my phone ring, and I swung forward, and I reached down to grab my phone, and I couldn't grab it, so I did it a couple more times, you know, just being silly, trying to grab my phone. And for some reason, my phone kind of slipped out of my hand and it fell in the sand. I'm not thinking anything at this point because my phone is still working fine, and it's fine, and I'm using it, and everything is going great. But what ends up happening is later on that night, I end up getting my Uber, and my Uber comes to pick us up, and we get in the Uber, and my phone's dying, and the Uber driver notices that it's dying, and he offers me his charger. So I put it on my phone, and it's not working. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, well, maybe it's his charger, because my phone is kind of old. I mean, it's a new phone, but it's kind of worn down, because you know how when you have to hold your charger a certain way for it to work properly? That's what ended up, that's what my phone was like. So I figured maybe it's just his charger. I didn't want to ruin his charger by like bending it and flipping it all these crazy ways. So I just was like, here's your charger, never mind, thank you, it's just not working. So we got back to the place, to the hotel, and I was sitting in the room, and I tried to charge my phone, and it still wasn't working. And I didn't know what was going on. I was just like, well, kind of trying to give it the benefit of the doubt, like maybe it's just the charger. So I tried so many things, and lo and behold, the phone was just not charging. It wasn't catching the fucking plug. It wasn't charging. It wasn't doing shit. It was so annoying. So my phone didn't charge, and you know what happens to phones that don't charge? They die. You know what I mean? So, oh, I hate when I get a hair in my nose. But yeah, they die, and I I was devastated because my phone was dead, and it was ridiculous because I had so much footage on that phone. So what ended up happening was, sorry, my dog was barking so much and it was just making me lose my train of thought. Anyways, so where was I? So yeah, my phone, you know, what happens to phones that don't charge, they end up dying, you know? So my phone ended up dying, and I was just like, okay, well, maybe I just need to replace the charger piece because maybe sand got into it, maybe water got into it, because remember I said I was at the beach. Maybe something happened to my charger piece to where it's just not charging, but the rest of my phone was working just fine. So I just let it die, but it was still tragic because, you know, like, how was I supposed to order Uber? How was I supposed to, you know, like, get all the information for the flight? How was I supposed to do all this kind of stuff and call and get money and all that kind of stuff when I didn't have my phone? So what ended up happening was I got my phone to charge when I held it a certain way. I mean, it was really ridiculous, but I had to hold it a certain way. I had like books on top of it, like the charger was like bent this way, and like it was like hold it up, it was like at a slant. It was just too much, and I had to leave it there for it to charge. So that helped me to get back home. So the person I was with was like, you know, my friend had the same problem, and all you have to do is change the charger part, and you can order it off eBay and it's fine. And I've seen his friend, because his friend used to live with me, and she did the same thing and her phone worked just fine. So I ended up doing the same thing. I ordered it off eBay while I was in California, and you know, I came back from California a couple days later, and I was only there for like 5 days. So I came back from California and I came home a couple days later. The charger piece came in, and I'm all excited, like, okay, my phone's gonna work, I can upload this video, I can edit it, and blah 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 blah, and get this up and running for you guys. So the person who did the tinkering with the phone took it apart, put in the charger piece, seems easy enough, put the phone back together, turned it on. He's like, charge it now. So I start charging it, still not charging. But only this time, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Note 2s, but it's all touchscreen except for the bottom pieces. Like the bottom, there's a home button, and that's an actual button. And then on the side, on the left and the right, there's touchscreen buttons that are back in menu. So the touchscreen buttons this time were not lighting up. So when they don't light up, that means that they weren't working. So when I would push the back button and the menu button, nothing would happen. So my phone was working fine, but the menu button and the back button was not working, and there's no way to operate my phone without a back button and a menu button, because it's like, say I'm in a Facebook Messenger. There's no way for me to go back home, you know what I mean? Because I can't push the home button. None of these buttons are working. There's no way for me to go back. So basically whatever I'm on at that moment, it's stuck there. I can't do anything else. So I ended up turning my phone off, and he took it apart, put the other part back in there, and it's still not working. It's at this point, we just kind of did it a couple times, tinkered with it, and at this point, we just gave up. I was just like, I need to buy a new phone. But I'm like, you know, it's all good. I have my SD card in there. It's all saved, you know, whatever. I get a new phone. I get the same phone, honestly, but in black. And I put all my information into it and everything. And I turn the phone on, and I go into my gallery, and absolutely nothing was saved. Not one picture. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. Zero. The big goose egg. Nada. It was empty. Like, there was absolutely nothing on there. Not even so much as a picture. So what ended up happening is I ended up taking the phone to an expert and trying to get it to come off the phone, but it wasn't working. You're back. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So I tried to extract all the information from the SD card, but it was not working. It wasn't working worth a damn. And what ended up happening is I lost all the footage that I had for you guys, and honestly, it makes me so sad, because that video was going to be great, and I was going to have everything. And what sucks even more is I can't even, like the work is already done, you know what I mean? I can't I can't give you guys anything from that trip because I don't have it anymore. It's all gone. So unfortunately, the Cali vlog is not going to be coming up. The bottom surgery part is not going to be going up. The only surgery that I'm going to be having that will go up is my breast augmentation, and that will go up for sure. I will make sure that it will go up. I will make sure that that's saved and everything is good with that vlog. But unfortunately, this is what happened. So fortunately, if you are following me on Instagram, I did post a couple of videos and a couple pictures on there of my butt and hips, and you do get to see kind of the before and after on my Instagram. So if you're following me on Instagram, then that's good for you. So I'll leave the description in the link. I'll leave the link in the description bar down below. But if you're following me there, I did upload some videos on there. So that's the only thing you're gonna be getting from me, because unfortunately, like this whole video said, I lost it all, and it sucks because I really wanted to upload that video for you guys. I was so dedicated to it, and it was gonna be a really great video, but unfortunately it just didn't work out. So the only video that I'm going to be giving you guys is the breast augmentation vlog. I will make sure that that video comes up no matter what, even if I have to bring just like a regular camera with me, and I don't know, something. I'll just make sure I don't film it on my phone because that was just terrible. But anyways, like I said, follow me on Instagram. You can see some of the pictures and some of the videos of me on my Instagram. Yeah, follow me on Facebook. I'll leave the link in the description box down below, and check out my other video that I did leave in the description box down below that's titled My Future Surgeries. Before watching this one, obviously, you'd have to watch that one. But anyways, that's going to be it for me, and thank you guys so much for watching and listening to my story time video. I hope I entertained you guys in some way, and if you got anything from this video, please leave it in the comment box down below. Let me know what you think about my trip, and I don't know, let me know any tips and tricks that you have to saving your footage from filming if you're a YouTuber. Other than that, I have nothing else to say, and I'm not going to be promising any videos coming every 2 weeks or every week or so. Just whenever I come out with a video is when I come out with a video. So just stay tuned. Don't not subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. It's free. You might as well just do it. Other than that, there's nothing more to say. Follow me on my social medias. I love you guys so much for watching, and like always, until next time.